Hey guys, welcome to Sabrina's Craft-nanigans, full of shenanigans. I hope you're ready to have a blast because we are doing Craft Your Stash with Miss Lisa and Miss Kristen. I will talk with you guys here in a few minutes, but here is DIY number one. I'm doing some St. Patrick's Day stuff, so if you've been with me for a little while, you know this little jar I got at the thrift store with some Dollar Tree marbles and some fairy lights, and I took that mop from the Dollar Tree and I just layered it over the top of the jar, and we of course are making a gnome. She's got a nose already glued on. I'm going to take one of these St. Patrick's Day hats that I've had in my stash forever from the Dollar Tree, taking all that tinsel off because we don't do the tinsel. I just popped it apart. I'm cutting the inside ring of that out, and also on the top I'm going to cut that bottom ring off. This is just to make it kind of fatter at the bottom so that it fits on top of her head a little bit better. Now, kind of showing you that there. Now, I'm going to take this twine that has been in my stash. Thank you, Shelly. And I want to start it right here on one of these rings that are in there. That way I got a place to hot glue it. We're going to hot glue it. We're going to get it started. I'm going to wrap it around the other side, glue it right there. And then we're going to start going around and around. I just cut me off a big wad of twine and just looping it through. And then after about once or twice, I realized I don't like those little outside nubbies, whatever that held the tinsel on. So I'm going to take my clippers there in just a second, and I'm going to blow through this, and I'm going to just snip all these outside little prongs off. Yeah, prongs. That's a better word. There we go. And now I can take my jute twine and I can just go. And so see, we went all the way around, and I'm going to put the final glue on the front, final glue on the back. I will take my scissors because I've already burnt holes in my fingers, and that's okay. And I'm going to cut that off, and then I'll get some more hot glue as soon as I finish getting that cut off. Yep, okay. And so there's some more hot glue. I'll actually use my scissors instead of my fingers at this one only time. Now, we're going to wrap this part. The top part was a little bit harder. So I've got my chunk of jute here, okay? We're going to start at the bottom. And what I'm doing is I'm cutting out a lot of this, but I kind of slow some of it down. I'm putting the glue on top of that bottom ring, and I'm gluing the jute on top, not beside it, but on top of that bottom ring down there. So see, you'll see me put the glue on top, and then I'm going to use it. And yes, I should have put my finger protectors on, but I only have the ones from the Dollar Tree, and they don't fit my fat fingers. So anyway, so you can see there how I did it on top of that ring, and now I'm going beside it. And this first one, I'd have to glue all the way around to make sure that the glue is holding to the side. And then just went around and around and around. I didn't have to use any more glue until I got to here, and I ran out of my jute. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of putting some hot glue on the end of that and twisting it to kind of make it to a point, and it like ended perfectly right at that little bar right there. So I'm going to glue that down. I'm going to just get me some more jute and get going here, but I'm going to glue the end of that and do the same thing and twist it to make it a point, and then glue it right on top of that point and glue it down, and then I'll just go around and around and around and around and around again. But you don't want to see all that. So now we're at the top. I'm going to make sure that since now I'm on that top ring, I'm going to hot glue this all the way around to make sure that it sticks. And then what we're going to have to start doing is kind of gluing the jute kind of not on top of itself, but beside it as we go. So I'll show you a little bit of this. It's kind of hard to explain. It's easier to see, but I'm kind of gluing it to the side, not directly on top, because we want it to kind of curve. We don't want it to come to a point. So I'm kind of smushing it beside it. And I go pick the speed up here because you'll see it better than I can explain it, because you know me, Hot Mess Express. Boop, boop, jump on this train. So can you see how I'm kind of gluing it beside it right there, not directly on top of it? So you got to kind of put the glue on the jute and not the plastic bar green stuff, because there isn't enough of that anyway. Anyway, you just twirl around and around and around and around. We finally got in the middle there, so I'm gluing that all down real good, smushing it with my glue gun. I'm going to set fire to some things here. I've got water near me, no worries. And I like this kind of burnt fried look that it leaves. So, yeah, you know. And I didn't feel a thing on that, guys. No worries, because I already burnt my fingers off with the hot glue gun. Okay, now we need to put these two back together. Obviously, it's not going to pop back together because we covered it with the jute twine. So I'm going to just put a ton of hot glue on this so that it'll mush together. And then I'm going to take it and I'm just going to mush it and I'm going to press it. And I just held it there for probably about like 5 minutes. But I didn't put you through all that either. Now we're going to take it. We're going to decorate it a little bit. I had this, you know me and my buffalo check or any kind of gingham ribbon. Well, of course, I got every color. So we got some green because we're doing some St. Patrick's Day. So I got this cute gingham ribbon that is from the Dollar Tree. Couple years ago or last year for Easter or something like that, sometime around in there. And I'm just going to glue some around that. And if you've been here on my channel, you also know my little gnome girl there has 2 little braids in her hair. So I'm going to use the same ribbon to tie 2 little bows at the end of her braids. And I don't glue the hat and I don't glue the ribbons to her braids, because if you guys have seen me or know, and if you don't, go back and watch some more videos. I'd fill her out for every season. I don't hot glue anything to her because I always change her hats and I always change her bows. She was all cute, pretty, and pink for Valentine's, and she was all Christmassy for Christmas, and yeah, we've had good fun with her. And she had a candy corn hat, which when it was October, yep, I did take her nose off and I moved her nose up some and then added a clover to the front of her hat. And there she goes. Isn't she cute? She got lights in her, lit up. Okay, this one's real quick, fast, in a hurry because it's like nothing. This is going to go with her. She's going to have a little pot of gold. I got that pot at Walmart at Halloween. All the sparkly shamrocks and foam coins, that's all foam stuff from the Dollar Tree. I've got some window clings right there. You noticed I snipped it a little bit because it's going on a curved surface. I Mod Podged it on the back, stuck it to the cauldron, Mod Podged it on the front, wiping off the extra, and boom. I did not glue any of the coins in. Hey guys, it's Sabrina with Sabrina's Craft-nanigans. Welcome today to Craft Your Stash. Yes, it's our monthly Craft Your Stash, which is one of my favorites because I got a lot of stash. This month, our beautiful hosts are the Miss Lisa with Crafting My Best Life and the Miss Kristen K. Guys, boom, mind blown that I am even in the same playlist as these 2 amazingly talented, beautiful ladies. You got to go check out their channel links in my description box. And also in my description box will be the playlist link so you can go check out everybody and see what we have done with our stash. We did not have a theme. We could do anything we wanted. I went with St. Patrick's Day because I love me some green and St. Patrick's Day. Got a lot of Irish in my heritage and ancestors. Not a lot of people do it, but hey, it was in the stash. I wanted to do it. I'm a little different. If you've been here, y'all know. Hot Mess Express, broken glasses, cats, hot mess disasters. It all happens here. So if you're one of my old subbies, I love you guys. You are the best for hanging with me and sticking with me. If you're new here from the playlist and have never witnessed Sabrina's Craft-nanigans, the shenanigans are about to begin. Just you wait and see. Make sure you check out the channel links to our host. Make sure you check out the playlist to all these great crafters and get some inspiration. Give us those thumbs up, give us some comments, and if you don't like a comment, just leave a little emoji. It helps us so much. Subscribe, guys. Go up, go over, click on our picture, subscribe, cost you nothing, and then hit that notification bell so you know anytime that we post a video. I hope you guys like and enjoy, and make sure you hang around for all the beautiful ladies here. I will check you guys in the craft room. Bye. Okay, guys, so make sure you go check that description box for those ladies' channels and the playlist. DIY number 2. I've got this mason jar that came from the Dollar Tree. It's already St. Patrick's Day, but I kind of wanted to spruce it up a little bit. I love the little shamrocks on top, so those are going to stay. I'm going to pull them off here in a minute, but I'll glue them back on. I got all the paper off, got the tag off the back, you know, the typical Dollar Tree stuff with the water and your scraper and make it all pretty and sand it down. Okay. I was too lazy to pop the metal trim of the mason jar off, so I'm just going to cover it with some painter's tape, get it all pretty. Taking my plaster, and I covered the back and the sides. This is the front. I'm going to use my Waverly Maize color, and I'm going to give that 2 coats. We're going to crackle. So after 2 coats of the maize, and it's nice and dry, I'm taking my Elmer's school glue. And I'm just going to spread that all around, and I'm trying to give it a light coat and make sure that it is all smooth, up, down, side to side, and not big globs everywhere. The thinner your coat, I think the thinner and skinnier your crackle is going to be. So that's what I was going for. Well, also what matters, we're going to take our plaster and put it on top, and that's what's going to crackle. Also, the less paint you put on top, the skinnier your crackles will be. I believe, Jade, Joanna, correct me if I'm wrong, Tiffany, somebody, I don't know, I'm trying. It's like the less glue and less paint you use, the skinnier and smaller your crackle will be. That's what I was going for. I think I did good with the glue, but not so good with the paint. I put too much paint on top with the plaster, but oh well. So it cracks really good at the bottom. Look, fingers crossed, hope this works. The bottom looks pretty good. The top, the crackle is bigger and thicker because there was more paint at the top of the jar than at the bottom. But hey, it's still practicing, still a work in progress. We're going to now pull that painter's tape off because I'm all done with that. I just wanted a little something besides the white. And since my sticker has green on it, I was thinking yellow like the gold, anywho's. We're going to take that, and those were from Dollar Tree. It's the same one that the little lucky heart that we put on the pot of gold a little while ago came from. I'm just going to Mod Podge the back of that. And I like to use a fan brush when I Mod Podge. I really like to use it. It works really good. Yeah, because I've seen other people do it, and it works good. Okay, so I just set that on there just like that. And I kind of rub it in a little bit and smear Mod Podge all over it. And my fingers get sticky and the jar gets sticky and, anywho. So once I get that down, and yeah, now I'll wipe it off. And Moose is going to come stick all his black hair in the glue that's all over, of course. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, yeah, let me dust my camera off there. Boop-a-doop. Meet Moose if you have not been here before. Okay, I'm going to take my little dangly shamrocks there. Goodbye, Moose. Because I almost set him on fire when I was trying to burn my jute twine there. To get the fuzzies off. I'm just going to hot glue that baby back on. And once I glue my little shamrocks back on there, I'm going to take some more matte Mod Podge because I'm not fond of the glossy. I have the big bottle you saw me using is glossy. I use that to glue everything on. And then I got this little bottle of matte to put the top coat on because I don't like things real bright and glossy. So, yeah, now. So, and then we'll just dry that, but not too much because we don't want to melt our cling. And there we go. On to DIY number 3. This one came out pretty cute. I just have obviously an old grapevine wreath here with all the clumps of glue. This little gnome that came from the Dollar Tree that was in my stash. There's part of a Dollar Tree sign that I tore apart and made last year, but that was the remnants of it. There's some shamrock picks from the Dollar Tree, and here's a bag of St. Patrick's Day stuff from the Dollar Tree. Anywho, we're going to just flip this over. Boom, nothing happened. Pretty new grapevine wreath there. Okay, we're going to fix this little baby up right here. First of all, she's not even sewn together good. Dollar Tree stuff. What can we say? But she's a cutie. We're going to stuff her hat a little bit more because it was pretty sad. And then I like when my little gnome's hats kind of bend over. So once I get her stuffed a little bit, I'm going to bend her hat over. I also took a little bit of hot glue and, yep, okay, I am going to show it. I didn't delete that. And we're going to make sure her hat is glued on real good here. Stuff her in there. There we go. I also kind of glued the front of the hat down around her nose a little bit and made sure her braids were in there, all that good stuff. We're going to take that welcome sign that was a piece of a St. Patrick's Day sign from a couple years ago from Dollar Tree, and we're going to glue that to the top. And then once we get that glued to the top, we're going to glue her to the bottom. I couldn't figure out if I wanted her sideways on a side or what. Now, I have a bunch of these little cauldron pots that came from Dollar Tree. The big one you saw me use earlier, that came from Walmart at Halloween this past year. But all these little ones, I have about a bazillion of them from the Dollar Tree because I decorate my classroom at school too. So I'm going to put her kind of in the middle. I glue her bottom to the bottom. And I'm going to put a couple coins in my little pot here. And I am going to glue those in. Now, when we made our big pot a little while ago, I did not glue any of that in. I know that cut off real quick because I forgot I put kind of my intro in the middle-o. And I forgot it was coming. And yeah, it's 11:30 at night, and I still have to go teach little munchkins tomorrow. And so, anywho, yes. Okay, here we go. So, this pot of gold, I did kind of glue in together since it's going on the wreath here. Now, this probably isn't the most sturdy thing to just glue the little gnome and the pot of gold on, but I'm just going to put this on my door on my classroom. So it's not going to be outside and it's not going to get bounced around too much. So I just took those little clovers. That was from Dollar Tree. I snipped some of the stick off and I just stuck those in. I did not glue those. But I have a bunch of these coins from the Dollar Tree. I got about a bazillion million of those too. And I'm just going to kind of put 2 in between the clovers. But at the bottom down there by the pot, I'm not going to show you all of this, but I put a whole bunch down there in front of the pot in hopes to help hold the pot on the wreath. Like I said, it's not going to be outside in the heat, so I don't have to worry about the glue melting or anything. So, and it'll be sturdy up against my door. I'm not too worried about it falling apart. So I took that little clover off another gnome from the Dollar Tree, and I wanted to put it on her hat, even though it's not really the exact same colors. But look at that cute. Oh, I love it. I can't wait to take it to school. All right, here's the last one, guys. DIY number 4. Here's a little gnome from, guess where? The Dollar Trees. And I got about a million of those in my stash, because if you couldn't tell, I like gnomes. And hey, it's St. Patrick's Day. It's all about little leprechaun, little people, gnomies. So, hey, here you go. Now, I know this isn't perfect, but I just had to do this. I thought this was hilarious. So I'm going to take that little gnome. You noticed I took my miter shears thingies there, and I cut off the tip of his hat. Then I popped that little star off. I'm going to take first I took plaster, and I painted the whole thing when I should have just took the white and painted the whole thing. But, you know. So anyway, I plastered the whole front, the back, the bottom. Now I painted his beard white. Now we're going to take some toasted marshmallow, I think it was, and we're going to paint his little nose there. Was it toasted marshmallow or warm buff? I think it's toasted marshmallow. I used the warm buff for, the warm buff is for in a minute. Okay, so toasted marshmallow for his nose. This is a crisp green, and these are all apple barrel paints from Walmart. And I'm going to paint his pants down there. I was going to try to paint him pants and shoes, but I thought, that'll probably be a mess. So I just paint the whole bottom, the little stand, everything is green down there. I had to touch up the white a little bit because I make a total mess, if you couldn't tell by my hands and the paper down there. I'm not messing with the back. I'm just worried about the front. I did paint it white and the base is green, but other than that, not going to stress. So I'm going to take my Mod Podge and my fan brush here, and I'm going to just get that all over the top of his hat, all nice and neat, nice smooth coat. And then I'm going to take that little window cling, which is the same packet we've been using this whole time that I've had for probably a year or two now. And we're going to stick that right on top. Guys, I know this isn't perfect, but oh my God, this just cracked me up. I had it on another gnome that I had, but his hat kind of curved to the side, and there was no way I could cut it off. I'd have to have like a really good saw, and it was, this was easier. So anyway, I Mod Podged the top of that. And we'll get that to dry, and then I'm going to add some little details. I'm going to get my black permanent markers. This is just a Jot permanent marker right here. And sorry about my big head, but what I'm doing is I'm outlining the bottom of his nose. You'll be able to see in a second. See, there we go. So just outlining the bottom of his nose, and then I'm going to get my ultra fine. See, I was going to use that one, and I thought, nope. I got my ultra fine, not the fine, but the ultra fine. And I'm just going to do some dashes and some squigglies. You know me and the whimsical if you've been here before. And I outline his whole beard all the way around. I'll show you here in a second. So they're just like little dashes and squigglies. Now I'm going to do his pants, but I'm going to do dots and squigglies. So his beard was dashes and squigglies, and his pants are dot and squigglies. So you'll see that here in just a second. I'm going to go all the way around. Except for the bottom. It was kind of hard to get down there to the bottom. So see, dots and squigglies for his pants. And then I'm going to take my big permanent marker again and add just a little swoosh and a dot for the top of his nose. And he's just going to dry. If this were to become a problem, I could get a piece of cardboard and put it on the back and then just cut out around the hat, and that would support the hat a little bit better. But I think it's going to be okay. I put glue on the front. There's glue on the back. I think that's going to make it stiff enough. But if anything, I can put a piece of cardboard on the back or poster board, cut it out, foam board. It'll be good to go. So we're going to take some moss here, and I'm going to put some moss around the base of our little gnome. Once I get that on, I didn't put any on the back, just the front. I didn't want to waste it all. And I'm going to trim this up here so that he just sits flat. And then we'll add a couple more little details. I have this cute little hello wooden sticker from the Dollar Tree. And we'll take my antique wax and a dry paper towel. I'll just kind of rub all over it just to give it some color. I will put some hot glue on that. And of course it says hello. And we'll put that like he's talking right there. Hello. There we go. See there? I wish I kind of would have put it up a little bit higher, but that's okay. That's about where his mouth would be, I guess. Under his nose, right? And now, mushrooms. These mushrooms are from the Dollar Tree. Now I take the warm buff. And with the warm buff, we're going to paint the bottom of the mushroom and kind of the underside of the mushroom cap there. And then I decided, let's go yellow. Because since I used the yellow on the mason jar, I'm trying to kind of get it all to blend together. So I'm going to paint the top of the mushroom yellow. I gave her about 2 coats. And now we're going to take, after we dry it, take our stylus pen here, dip it in our plaster paint, and give it some dots. Because, of course, our mushroom has to have some dots, some pokey dots. I didn't get too carried away this time. I was proud of myself. Look at this, y'all. Look at the little dots. They're so cute. Oh, the little mushrooms are so cute. I love those mushrooms at the Dollar Tree. They're adorable. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue him on the opposite side of the hello sign. And oh my God, it's just so cute. Okay, so here you go, guys. Here's some just St. Patrick's Day inspiration with my stash. And you can see some other goodies here that I had in my stash. There's our cute little mason jar that has moose hair in it, but that's okay. There's my little light up Nomi for St. Patrick's Day with her pot of gold. Come back and you get to see her every season. Come back and make sure you see what she's going to be for Easter. There's our little Nomi, hello, with his little mushroom. It's his lucky mushroom. Look at that. And there is our cute little wreath with our gnome. Everything from Dollar Tree, guys, or something I already had in my stash. If you have liked what you have seen here, guys, give me a thumbs up. Give me a clover emoji down there. Go up, go to my picture, click subscribe if you're new here. Get ready for some more hot mess shenanigans. I cannot wait to get rocking on some spring and Easter stuff. Whoo, I've got lots of stuff in my stash for that too. I love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Go check those playlists. I love you guys so much.